Everybody.
Give the people what they want.
Must be asking, did they buy property in Portugal?
That
you want
is
to
the
know.
question.
Yes.
The $1 million question.
We're Brittany and Drew, two hopeful adventurers who got married, moved into a van, and have been chasing adventures all around the globe ever since.
Subscribe and join the ride.
After 3 months in Europe, searching for a place to call home in Portugal, our expired visas plopped us right back in the States to wait out the 3-month time period it would take for our visas to renew. So, in the meantime, it's a return to van life for us. And stay tuned to the end of the episode for our property update, because the hope is that one day soon, home won't just be where we park it. Home will finally be where we own the land we're parking on. We have been driving for, it feels like 4 days straight. I don't know, it's been a lot of hours. We're just trying to make it south where it's warm again, because when we returned from Portugal, our van was parked in Minneapolis and it's like really cold there at night now. So we just wanted to get out of Dodge.
This was our next destination, over 1,500 miles away, and it was going to take us a few days to get there.
A few very long days, as you will soon find out. But it's been quite an intro back into van life. I had my first shower today, and
now it's my turn.
Mr. Adventure hasn't been feeling the best, but I've been making him lots of soup, and I think he's been taking like 6 vitamin C's a day. Good morning from a Holiday Inn on the side of the road, somewhere in, I think, Kansas. Remember yesterday when I said Drew wasn't feeling too well? Well, he's still in bed at the moment. It's nearly noon. I don't think he'll be driving anytime today, so we might be here for a little while. I guess it's an editing day for me. Catch you guys when we finally make it somewhere new. Hopefully that soon.
It is so wet and cold out here. Let's go south.
And this is usually what our long road trips look like. Drew drives and refuels, himself and Spirit, while I go into my creative brain studio, editing the day away. But I gotta say, one of my favorite perks of road tripping in the van is that you don't have to stop for bathroom breaks. Well, at least I don't. We have our onboard bathroom and sink, complete with a pantry stocked full of treats that I get to deliver to our dedicated house mover. We may not have much, but whatever comforts and necessities we do have, we try our best and savor every bite.
I knew you'd fit me like a glove the day I fell in love with the way you said my name. I know it sounds crazy, baby, try to understand me, please do. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I knew you'd fit me like a glove the day I fell in love with the pictures in my head. I know it sounds crazy, maybe one day I could share them with you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I really don't mind waiting as long as it takes you.
Here we are inside New Mexico at this beautiful campground. It is gorgeous. It's so sunny out here, and I'm happy to report I'm feeling way better than I was the last few days. It feels good to be back. But unfortunately, Brittany's not feeling too well. Oh, babes. She's got a bit of a fever. She caught what I had. But I am taking really good care of her. Right, babes? You're gonna feel better soon.
I hope so.
Oh.
3 negative COVID tests and 4 days spent in a hotel, taking lots of baths and watching lots of Harry Potter. And I was nearly back, thank heavens, because being sick in a van is no bueno.
Especially with quite a few miles left before arriving to warmer temperatures. So glad we were both feeling better.
I've been dreaming for so long, so what's another dream or two? 'Cause every time I see you, life goes bright. Ooh, ooh. The moon, the stars, the fireflies, they light. Ooh, ooh. It seems as if the world stopped turning round and round. Oh, since I found you.
See all that traffic out there? That's why we're all the way back here, taking the old highway, but we didn't realize it was going to be gravel.
This guy right here. Look how windy it is too.
Well, Rodney sure does like this road. He's just dancing the day away.
You make me feel like dancing. I wanna dance the night away.
This is definitely a washboard road. It is so like, just like this, the whole thing. Listen to us rattle.
Trying to edit, it's not very easy. Going off the edge. Oh man.
No, the one guy just told us they're turning everybody around, so. Well, I'm gonna give it a shot. You give it a shot. You got a better vehicle for it. Yeah.
What a bummer.
What a freaking bummer.
Well, that's about a 25-minute detour. Ah, big potholes. Well, that's one way to avoid it.
Out there on their own tracks. Look at these semis. We're going into a blizzard.
Whoa.
Wow, look at that thing pivot.
How's my driving? It's pretty good. Woo! Tumbleweed. Oh, the traffic has only been building.
Just like semi after semi. There's a news helicopter up there covering it.
Feel bad for the newlyweds in front of us.
So for anybody who doesn't know, we're approaching the Continental Divide. It's the basically tops of the elevation. So anything westward of here flows to the Pacific. Anything eastward of here flows to the East Coast and basically to the Gulf of Mexico or the Mississippi River.
We're here.
We're here.
Continental Divide.
That's the shop. It's right here, look.
Oh, we're about to drive under the Continental Divide Bridge.
Nope, that's not what that says.
Oh.
But it's certainly somewhere right here. Very anticlimactic. I saw a sign earlier that said roadwork 127 miles. That is insane. And it just said end roadwork, so I guess we're out of it.
And now the people on the other side, we're just getting into it. We have arrived. Oh, it closes in like 10 minutes. We're in a national park again. And we got our national parks pass. I love national parks, and I love them even more through our porthole. We've also been on the hunt for water, and on our iOverlander app, there's water actually in the park. So that's our first destination. Also wanted to note that soon we will be in ideal temperatures. Right now the high around here is like in the 50s and 60s.
Yep.
And at night, maybe the 30s, which is a little bit too cold for us. So we're heading towards Sedona, where the highs are in the 70s and the lows in the 50s. That's what we want. And we found water in the middle of the desert. Isn't that a beautiful sight? Oh.
I think I pull it up. Uh-oh. I have to hand pump it? Press and hold down.
Nothing's happening.
Pull diverter down. Can't tell. I think they shut it off. We're just like a month too late.
I think we at least have enough water for tonight.
I think so.
I hope. We have our extra gallon jug always, just in case. So
You want to get the pee jug so we can dump it?
do I look like I want to get it? That's your job. I'm a lucky girl.
You're closer.
Having a bathroom on board made that traffic not so bad. That and snacks. Spare you guys the view of the pee jug.
It's just lemonade.
but I can share with you the view of the sunset at the most beautiful dump station. Also, you might still hear that I sound pretty nasally. I'm healing. It was a really rough cold. I ended up taking 3 COVID tests. All 3 were negative, but man, oh man, if that wasn't COVID, I don't ever wish that upon anybody ever. And I hope that anybody who's ever had it or knows somebody who's had it and survived, just love on that person more than ever. That's what I've been doing. I have a friend who survived it and I'm like, oh my goodness, I didn't realize how bad that could be. If it was worse than this, and they had it for 18 days. I had this sickness for like 4. And that was far too long. Chores done. Check.
For now.
For now. Just to help orient you, we came in through the Painted Desert Visitor Center, tried to find water over here, and are now driving the 28-mile road through the entire park, trying to get down here, where we remember staying at one of the best and only camping spots around. This is our 3rd time to the park, if we haven't said that yet. We like this place a lot. I bet that thing's got stories.
It's the old Route 66.
There's a sign right there.
It's weird, you feel a little bit starstruck when you see somebody that you've seen on YouTube. Like,
It's so true.
you guys are a big deal.
Aw.
Do you guys mind if we get a picture?
No,
with
of
you?
course.
Of course.
They are the adventure closet.
Yes.
Yeah, we do a lot of rock hounding and hiking, and we're recently doing a van life experiment where we're traveling the country. And
Yeah,
What are your names?
I'm Charlie.
and I'm Liz.
Welcome to the road. We wish you just all the best on all the miles ahead of you.
Thank you.
How
Thank you.
exciting.
We love meeting people on the road out here, so thanks for saying something.
Especially on historic Route
Get
66.
over our shyness to like talk to
No,
people.
that's
And we're
great.
like, oh my gosh.
Oh, look, we've got our shadows. All right, well, we got a lot of miles to go to get out of this park.
We told them we'd only stay for sunset.
This is our favorite time to drive.
The sun's not blinding us, and it feels so peaceful.
Yes, that sun was pretty brutal.
But there's nothing better than driving in the direction of west. Fievel goes west.
Open sesame. Wow, it looks like we are not the only ones staying over there tonight.
Yeah, there's a few folks. Free Petrified Wood.
Oh look, we could stay at a teepee.
Isn't that cute?
And don't worry, we'll get to the main question at hand. Did we buy land in Portugal? We'll talk to you about that tomorrow when we have more energy. I'm pretty hungry and pretty pooped. We did a lot of miles today. Now we're home.
Home.
That's the every level.
Does that mean we're leaning forward or back?
Means that we're leaning backwards, so the blood would rush to our heads while we're sleeping.
That's, well, not completely ideal.
We could throw a couple of logs in there. We need to raise the front driver's side up a bit.
I'm glad this is also your job. Teamwork makes the dream work.
It does. We're here.
We're here. Da 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 da. Dinner and foil. Super easy, and everything can just get put in the oven. Remember, we were extremely low on water, and foil cooking means no dishes. Drew's favorite food, mashed potatoes, and mine, sweet potatoes. Another fun fact is that half a clove of garlic is a natural antibiotic. So if you were ever not feeling well, just eat a ton of this and tell your partner you're sorry, because your breath is gonna smell pretty bad for a while. Good morning. Drew is getting Lucky Blue ready for our very first ride since being in Europe for those 3 months. It's been so long since we've ridden that bike together. I'm really looking forward to it. It's a gorgeous sunny day out here in the desert, and we're gonna head to one of our very favorite trails. We have a few favorite trails in this park, and I wanna show you this. We've been keeping the listing for the watermill taped up on our wall.
I'm very, very excited. Gotta get him off the rack now.
All right. here we are, basically camped right outside the park entrance. And this is the road we're preparing to hop on the motorbike to, all the way to Blue Mesa. Wait till you see this place. It was 28 degrees last night, which is -2 Celsius. So it gets pretty cold if the sun isn't shining, and we might be out till sunset, so. Quick side trip, we must go inside the Crystal Forest Museum / gift shop where we've been parked up. Ooh, and we can show you your first look at petrified wood.
The entire tree trunk.
Fossilized, like a crystal. It's amazing.
Well, this guy didn't get too far. He might have been trying to steal some petrified wood out of the national park.
Too big of a souvenir. You don't want to end up like that guy.
Behind me right here, it's like going to a pumpkin patch, except you get to pick out petrified wood.
That's so cool. The story of petrified wood goes like this. Over 200 million years ago, when this area was a swampy floodplain and home to some of the first dinosaurs on Earth, the trees were transported here by heavy floods caused by torrential rains. And in time, the trees became waterlogged, sinking to the bottom of the swamp, quickly being covered by sand and mud rich with volcanic ash. Water containing silica absorbed from the volcanic ash seeped into the logs, reacting with the wood fiber, forming microscopic quartz crystals, until eventually the crystals replaced all of the wood. And trace minerals like iron, copper, and manganese stained the quartz crystals, giving the wood, called rainbow wood, the beautiful colors that we see today. Now we know.
The story of petrified wood.
It's really cool.
If you guys have been watching our channel for a long time, you definitely know what that sound means.
And if you haven't, then make sure you subscribe. More than 50% of you who watch and love our videos are not subscribed, and we need all the help that we can get to grow to our fullest potential. So tap that button.
Here, I need your help. Which one's the shiniest?
That one.
That one? Smashed pennies are probably the only thing that hasn't been hit by inflation. That's a good one.
Oh, that's cool. Haven't done this in a while.
I've got a million emails that I haven't read. Got a brake pad squeaking that I gotta check, but I don't mind it. 'Cause I got her riding on that shotgun side, with that take me to the sunrise look inside her eyes. Now we're flying. Yeah, we're flying.
How you doing?
Thank you. Have a great day.
We already have one.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye. Ciao.
We got 10 miles of open road. That's in the radio. We got both windows down and no one around. Don't have to take it slow. We're good to go. There's some baggage sitting in the trunk I see. In the rear view mirror looking back at me. No, I don't hide it. 'Cause she's dancing, singing out to every song. And she's always got all of the lyrics wrong, but she don't mind it.
I love how friendly their 5 p.m. reminder is. And here we are at the Blue Mesa. This is the heart of the Petrified Forest Badlands, and I think Badlands means like some place where the oxygen has been limited or something like that. It means a dry, uncultivable land that has been heavily eroded with very little vegetation. Just like in Death Valley from our last episode.
I think Badlands stands for good times. They did say that every stripe that you see is a nice, gentle reminder of years of history that have gone by.
How beautiful. This is probably my favorite trail in the park. We even have a photo of it featured in our 2022 calendar.
Oh yes. Right here is the calendar spot. There's Brittany right down there.
We'll put a link to our calendar for you below so you can get it just in time for the new year.
I want to point out, these are 2 subscribers.
Yes!
And they just recognized us on the trail.
That's right. That's right. See you guys.
That's right. So nice meeting you guys.
Keep doing it, man. Amazing videos, guys.
Thank you.
Love you guys. Take care.
Enjoy your time out here.
Take care.
Enjoy.
It's always such a special moment.
That's really reaffirming.
Wow.
How special.
2 different sets of people in this park that we've met.
Wow, it definitely feels like we're at the right place at the right time. even though part of our hearts are still in Europe right now, and we have to give the people what they want. Everybody
Give the people what they want.
must be asking, did they buy property in Portugal?
That
you want
is
to
the
know.
question.
Yes.
The $1 million question.
Well, the answer is we are still trying to move forward with the watermill.
We have an architect, a realtor,
A lawyer. Things take time over there, and we have some major questions about that property because the lot lines are unclear. We still need to know if we can get Wi-Fi down there. The septic tank, we need to know what the architect has as a solution so that the municipality or city hall can approve our plans for it.
Yeah, so basically what Brittany's saying is there's a backstory to all this.
Wait, sorry, hold on. Let's just put this thing down. My arm's getting tired. We're gonna put the camera down so we can talk to you. Can you hold it?
Set it somewhere. You think the lighting's good now? You think that's okay?
Yeah.
So there's a little backstory that needs to be explained. And what has happened with this property is it was originally purchased by a Dutch guy back in 2005. Him and his wife lived on a caravan in the property, saw it through, cleaned up the ruin, hired some builders, but had to go back to the Netherlands. He had carpentry work that he had to do. He's an expert carpenter.
Amazing. Beautiful work.
His specialty is in
Eco-architecture.
eco-architecture.
And using the natural elements around the properties that he builds and constructs to make different elements of the buildings.
Yeah, which makes it so unique as it stands right now, leaving some of the beams raw. He's got clay in there that he wants to use as plaster on the walls. So basically in 2015-16, there was an extension from the town hall to extend the building permit, but because of a couple changes to that original design and plan, the permit was revoked. And no building has happened on this property for a good 6 years.
Yeah. We really want to share with you footage of the inside of the watermill, but until we know that it's ours, we don't want to tease you guys like that. And
Or tease ourselves.
Exactly. We want it to be a really beautiful, exciting reveal when it's finally ours and you get to see it. So that's where things are at. We're still trying to figure out how can we move forward with this project? What are the solutions to some of the creative diversions that the original owner did? How can we fix that?
We have somebody who we draw a lot of inspiration from. You might remember the episode where we went to Hawaii, stayed in the Big Island treehouse, or when we were in Idaho, went to that potato hotel. Well, Christy May Wolf is a big inspiration for us, and her motto is everything is figure-outable.
Yep, and so we're holding on to that belief. We're saying our prayers about the watermill, but something about it from the very first time we walked on that property felt so right.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of you saying, I can't imagine you living away from the beach, but it's less than 30 minutes from the beach. And the amazing part about this property is that the temperature year-round is basically perfect.
Yeah.
So that's the other reason to not live so close to the beach. It gets super hot in the summer, and we don't want to have air conditioning or anything like that.
And the Algarve is more expensive in general, but it comes at a value for being in the ball game. And all the things that are valuable to us, the beaches, the nature, the community, it's all there.
So that's our answer for now. We hope that we are in the midst of purchasing a property. We want to be able to put a reservation on this. We just need to come to an agreement about the price that we're going to.
And not only the price, but figuring out a couple of these figure-outable things pertaining to why that permit for building was revoked and what we need to have in place in order to do this and actually make a offer. So hopefully by the time this video publishes, we know even more.
That's exciting. And also the original owner wants to help us finish the build. So it's not only us realizing our dreams, it's us helping him realize his own, which gives us that much more purpose and a really special feeling of almost responsibility in a really beautiful way.
Yeah.
Yep, because we're all in this together.
He's actually writing a book about the whole thing, so this was his dream project. He just doesn't have maybe the energy anymore, and we want to see that through and be able to complete this and just have a wonderful time doing it.
Help him finish his book.
Yeah.
And help us write a new chapter in ours.
And help us find a place to park it that we can call home.
That's right, because home is where you park it, but it feels that much better when you own the land you're parking on.
Park on the land you own.
But we should do this loop before that 5 o'clock bell
That
rings.
sun is dropping.
What a beautiful place to be able to share that little piece of our story.
Might have shown you a lot of that petrified wood and logs at the shop, but here they are out in the middle of the national park. And one disclaimer, all the wood that was at that shop came from private property, not from the national park.
Oh, that's good to know. I feel like you can watch the sunset on those rocks right there.
It's moving so fast.
Pretty soon the whole right side of that rock is going to be dark. We are the last ones in here for the day.
It's such soft colors. If you look over here to our right,
There it is.
we caught the sunset.
Wow. I want to say, as much as being back in our van right now sort of feels like a funny holding period, it also feels very special, and I'm very grateful always to be out in the desert this time of year. And it's like reinvigorating thinking that this could be our last leg of van life over here for a while.
The last chapter?
Never the last for a while.
Maybe full time without a base camp.
Yeah, I could go for the next chapter of having a base camp. Oh, that brings me great hope and comfort.
But I do think van life will always be part of us as much as it's been so good to us. We fell in love with van life because it allowed us to travel to more places and figure out how to do it affordably, and it's been just our transportation and bliss for years.
It's reshaped who we are as humans. It's really shown us just the core of our being.
How to live simpler, be minimalistic, care for our impact.
And really value certain things that now are drawing us to a specific place on our planet where those values are upheld as well.
And if it wasn't for van life, we would have never discovered it.
That's crazy.
So if you're considering van life, it might change your life too.
Watch out. There it goes.
There she goes.
The last sun.
Do a dance.
There it is. The Jackery Explorer 1000. With the sun setting so early these days, Drew and I have been using the Jackery in the evenings to power up things like our computer, our Instapot, our blender, because our solar power just isn't getting juiced for enough hours anymore. And Jackery is the leading brand for portable power. And this isn't just any portable power, it's a solar generator. You can either plug it into the wall to get this thing all powered up again, or use solar panels. The Explorer 1000 can even power up a full-sized refrigerator. They even go larger than this. There's the Explorer 1500, which can power up even an air conditioner. So if you're experiencing a power outage during a major natural disaster, this thing has got your back. So be sure to use our link below. We got power covered. We still got to get water because right now we are on our last gallon jug. Backup power source, backup water source. Water!
We found an oasis in the middle of the barren, petrified forest.
Half an hour outside of it at least.
This is at City Hall.
That's weird, isn't it?
Once in a while the municipalities have free water access, and gotta love it in a town like this. It's a swell night for water. Nice and crisp.
Didn't know we'd be having a date at the City Hall.
Date night.
That's all for now, all you fine and beautiful people. So be sure and join us next week and subscribe for another unpredictable, wild ride full of insights, truth, love, and of course, tons of adventure.